Have you ever wondered why some people in their mid-70s can power through long walks, while others barely past 60 struggle to steady themselves on a staircase? This isn't just genetics. It's something far more dangerous. It is a silent, creeping condition that slowly robs you of your vitality, making your legs feel incredibly heavy and turning a simple morning stroll into a deeply exhausting ordeal. You might wake up with an awful stiffness in your joints, assuming it is just a normal, unavoidable part of getting older. But what if I told you that this unnerving physical decline is entirely preventable? The truth that the mainstream medical establishment rarely discusses is that your leg muscles are likely under siege from a devastating process known as silent muscle breakdown, a sneaky biological mechanism where your own body literally feeds on your precious leg strength while you sleep. Imagine the sheer frustration of doing everything right, taking your daily vitamins, going for your light walks, and yet still feeling that dangerous weakness creeping into your knees, hips, and calves. You start to fear the stairs in your own home. You hesitate before stepping off a simple street curb, and the awful, terrifying thought of losing your independence begins to cast a dark shadow over your golden years. But what if you could completely rewrite your future before you even finish breakfast? Today, we are going to break down the ultimate morning habit, a simple, incredibly powerful 5-step nutritional sequence that acts as a medicinal powerhouse to stop silent muscle breakdown in its tracks, rebuild your physical resilience, and help you completely reclaim the freedom of youthful mobility. These are not expensive medical pills, dangerous pharmaceuticals, or grueling gym workouts. They are highly accessible, affordable everyday superfoods that you probably already have sitting in your kitchen right now, but you have simply been using them all wrong. Before we dive into this life-changing physical transformation, I want to know exactly where you are tuning in from today. Drop your city or country in the comments below right now so we can see this amazing, proactive global community coming together to reshape our collective health and fight back against aging. And while you are at it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join our growing family of health warriors. Keep watching closely, because we are counting down the 5 essential components of this one morning habit, and the final item on this list is a shocking revelation that targets the ultimate fear of aging and mobility loss. Let us begin this transformation with component number 5 of our morning habit sequence, the incredibly misunderstood and heavily demonized whole-boiled egg. For decades, outdated myths and misguided dietary guidelines have told us to actively fear the egg yolk, warning us about cholesterol and convincing millions of people over 60 to throw away the absolute most nutrient-dense part of the entire food. This is a tragic, widespread mistake that is actually accelerating your physical decline and making your legs weaker by the day. The truth, backed by modern nutritional science and top university studies, is that the whole-boiled egg is a complete protein powerhouse that your starved muscles desperately need first thing in the morning. When you wake up, your body is in a severe state of nutritional deficit, and if you do not fuel it correctly immediately, it will ruthlessly break down your precious leg muscles just to survive the morning. The secret weapon hidden inside the yolk and white of the whole-boiled egg is a highly specific, essential amino acid called leucine. Leucine is not just a basic building block of tissue. It is the literal biological ignition switch that turns on your body's dormant muscle-building machinery. As we age, our muscles become incredibly resistant to protein, a condition known as anabolic resistance, meaning we need significantly more leucine just to maintain our baseline leg strength and prevent ourselves from becoming frail. By simply swapping your empty, nutrient-void morning toast or sugary cereal for a single whole-boiled egg, you are flooding your system with the exact biological signal needed to stop silent muscle breakdown and actively rebuild the structural integrity of your legs. Imagine waking up, eating this simple, affordable food, and knowing with absolute certainty that you are actively fortifying your legs against the dangerous weakness that leads to life-altering falls. But the whole-boiled egg is just the foundational starting point of this morning habit sequence. Keep watching, because what's coming next works to soothe the invisible fires burning inside your joints while you rest. Moving on to component number 4, we introduce a specific, carefully calibrated combination of whole oats and raw chia seeds. If you have ever experienced that awful, grinding stiffness in your knees when you first stand up out of bed, Or if your hips feel like they are locked in place, you are likely suffering from a severe case of invisible inflammation. This is a sneakier form of cellular damage that acts exactly like rust on a car's undercarriage, slowly eroding your joint mobility over time and making your legs feel incredibly heavy, stiff, and unresponsive to your commands. The mainstream medical industry often pushes harsh, side effect-laden painkillers to merely mask this symptom. But what no one tells you is that you can physically lubricate your joints and extinguish this dangerous inflammation using the natural medicinal properties of oats and chia seeds. Oats are remarkably rich in a unique, highly specialized type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan, which acts as a powerful, soothing anti-inflammatory agent directly in your digestive tract, neutralizing inflammatory markers before they ever have the chance to reach your vulnerable knees and ankles. When you strategically combine this beta-glucan with chia seeds, you are adding an incredible, unparalleled source of plant-based omega fatty acids and deep cellular hydration. Chia seeds possess the miraculous ability to absorb up to 12 times their own weight in water, meaning that when consumed, they help to physically hydrate your dried-out connective tissues from the inside out, providing a thick, protective cushioning effect that makes walking feel completely effortless again. Picture yourself stepping out the front door a few weeks from now, walking significantly farther and standing noticeably taller, entirely without that familiar, unnerving ache radiating through your lower half. You are reclaiming your independence with every single bite you take. However, as remarkably powerful as this specific combination is, it completely relies on a highly functional, healthy gut to fully absorb these life-saving nutrients. Which brings us directly to a highly counterintuitive dietary secret that most people get completely wrong. Component number 3 of this powerful morning habit is the deliberate inclusion of a slightly unripe banana. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, why on earth would I eat it unripe? We have all been deeply conditioned by society to wait patiently until our bananas are bright yellow and covered in brown spots, falsely thinking they are just a quick, healthy source of energy and potassium. But fundamentally reframing how you view the banana is absolutely crucial if you truly want to protect your legs from the ravages of aging. A slightly unripe, green-tinted banana is not just a simple fruit. It is a highly effective delivery vehicle for one of the most critically important compounds in the entire field of anti-aging nutrition, a miracle fiber known as resistant starch. Unlike regular, simple carbohydrates that aggressively spike your blood sugar, promote insulin resistance, and cause a devastating mid-morning energy crash that leaves you exhausted, resistant starch physically bypasses your small intestine entirely. It travels completely intact down into your colon, where it ferments and acts as the ultimate superfood for the beneficial bacteria living in your microbiome. Why does this deeply internal process matter so much for the strength of your legs? Because cutting-edge emerging science has finally uncovered a direct, undeniable link between your gut health and your neuromuscular function. The thriving bacteria in your gut consume this resistant starch and produce powerful short-chain fatty acids that radically reduce systemic inflammation and, most importantly, actually protect the incredibly delicate nerve endings that tell your leg muscles to contract and stabilize your body weight. When those tiny nerves degrade due to poor gut health, you stumble, you lose your precious balance, and you risk a catastrophic, life-altering fall. By simply choosing a slightly unripe banana as part of your daily morning routine, you are intentionally fueling a complex, medicinal biological process that directly enhances your nerve signaling, ensuring that your brain can instantly and flawlessly communicate with your legs to keep you strong, balanced, and steady on literally any staircase or uneven surface. This is the exact kind of internal transformation that gives you your life back and restores your confidence. But even with all of this protection, we still have to aggressively address the absolute most dangerous time of day for your muscle tissue, a period of extreme vulnerability that happens right before you wake up. This leads us directly to component number 2 of our morning habit, the strategic inclusion of plain, unsweetened, high-quality Greek yogurt. To truly understand why this specific food is so incredibly critical to your mobility, you have to understand the terrifying, silent biological process of morning catabolism. When you sleep at night, you are effectively fasting. for 8 to 10 long hours. During this extended time, your body is completely starved of incoming nutrients. And to keep your vital organs functioning and your brain active, it will ruthlessly break down your own skeletal muscle tissue, especially targeting the large, dense muscles in your legs, to harvest the amino acids it needs. You are literally waking up physically weaker than when you went to sleep the night before. This silent siege on your body is the exact reason why so many people over the age of 60 feel perpetually exhausted, frail, and unsteady despite supposedly sleeping peacefully through the entire night. Authentic Greek yogurt is the ultimate, scientifically proven antidote to this destructive morning catabolism. Unlike regular, watery yogurt, which is almost always packed with toxic added sugars and heavily processed to eliminate its natural benefits, authentic Greek yogurt is an incredibly dense, creamy nutritional powerhouse loaded with a highly specific type of dairy protein called casein. Casein protein is a slow-digesting biological marvel. When you consume it as a core part of this morning habit, it physically forms a protective gel in your stomach, releasing an incredibly steady, continuous, slow-drip stream of vital amino acids directly into your bloodstream over the course of several hours. It instantly flips the biological switch inside your body from destructive muscle breakdown to active muscle preservation and growth. You are no longer helplessly losing your strength to the aging process. You are actively, aggressively defending it. Imagine the profound, overwhelming relief of waking up and knowing that you are no longer a passive victim of your body's natural aging process, but rather the empowered master of your own physical resilience. You can confidently walk through the park, actively play with your energetic grandchildren, and easily navigate uneven, rocky terrain with the steady confidence of someone decades younger. We are now almost at the absolute pinnacle of this morning routine, the single most important dietary addition that directly targets the ultimate, deeply seated fear of physical decline. Keep watching, because this final revelation is something you simply cannot afford to miss if you want to stay out of a wheelchair. Finally, we reach component number 1, the absolute crown jewel of this morning habit, and that is incorporating a morning serving of salmon or another high-quality, wild-caught oily fish. Now, I know exactly what you are thinking. Fish for breakfast? It might sound highly unconventional or even strange in modern Western diets, but in many of the world's absolute longest-living, healthiest cultures, consuming morning fish is a strict, non-negotiable daily staple, and the profound science behind it is nothing short of medicinal. As we cross the threshold into our 60s, 70s, and beyond, the most terrifying, existential threat to our long-term independence is not just the simple loss of muscle mass, but the severe, irreversible degradation of our neuromuscular function. This is the incredibly complex, highly sensitive electrical wiring system that directly connects your brain to your leg muscles. When this vital communication system frays and breaks down over time, your reaction time slows to a crawl, your natural balance falters dangerously, and your legs begin to feel completely disconnected, numb, and heavy. Salmon acts as a functional superfood that delivers a massive, highly concentrated, therapeutic dose of the essential omega-3 fatty acids known as EPA and DHA. These specific, powerful fats are the literal biological building blocks of your entire central nervous system. They provide essential, deep cellular lubrication, drastically reducing the painful friction in your aging joints while simultaneously repairing, rebuilding, and heavily insulating the myelin sheath, which is the crucial protective coating wrapped around your delicate nerves. By intentionally fueling your body with high levels of EPA and DHA first thing in the morning, you are fundamentally upgrading the electrical signals that power your legs. You are virtually ensuring that every single time you take a step, your leg muscles fire with absolute, pinpoint precision, explosive power, and unwavering stability. This is not just about basic nutrition or counting calories. It is about aggressively reclaiming your total freedom. It is about waking up every single day and knowing with absolute certainty that your body is an impenetrable fortress, heavily protected from the silent, creeping breakdown that tragically plagues so many others in their senior years. This entire, comprehensive 5-step morning habit, the whole-boiled egg for its leucine content, the combination of oats and chia, for beta-glucan and deep hydration, the slightly unripe banana for resistant starch and nerve health, the dense Greek yogurt to permanently halt catabolism with casein, and the morning salmon to provide EPA and DHA for crucial neuromuscular repair, works together synergistically as a beautiful, powerful symphony of internal healing. It is a daily, deeply empowering ritual that mentally and physically shifts you away from the paralyzing anxiety and quiet resignation of aging, and rapidly moves you into a permanent state of unwavering hope, extreme confidence, and proactive control over your own destiny. You absolutely do not have to passively accept physical decline, weakness, and frailty as an inevitable, unavoidable part of getting older. You possess the incredible power to rebuild your lost strength, fiercely protect your daily mobility, and permanently secure your precious independence for many years to come. These seemingly small, highly consistent, incredibly quiet choices that you make in your kitchen every single morning will inevitably lead to massive, life-altering changes in how you move through the world. I want you to truly visualize yourself just one short month from now, striding confidently down the street, your legs feeling remarkably light, surprisingly powerful, and utterly, unshakably steady beneath you. That beautiful, liberated future is entirely yours for the taking if you simply start tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell right now so you never miss highly practical, deeply researched, science-based tips exactly like this to help you actively rebuild your body and live your absolute longest, strongest, and most independent life.